Captain Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of the USS Discovery and watched the stars through the big window. His ship had been flying through deep space for 3 months now. They were looking for new planets and maybe new life. Jake was a tall man with gray hair and kind eyes. He had been a space captain for 15 years. "Captain, we are getting strange signals," said Lisa Parker. She was the ship's tactical officer. Lisa was smart and always stayed calm during problems. She sat at her control station and watched the green lights on her screen. Jake walked over to her station. "What kind of signals, Lisa?" "They are not like anything we have seen before. The computer says they might be from alien ships." Dr. Alex Carter looked up from his science station. Alex was the ship's expert on alien life. He was young but very smart. "Captain, I think Lisa is right. These signals are too organized to be natural. Someone is trying to talk to us." Jake felt his heart beat faster. This could be the first time humans met aliens. It was exciting but also scary. "Sam, how are our engines?" he called to his chief engineer. Sam Brooks was a short woman with strong hands. She knew everything about the ship's engines and machines. "Everything is working fine, Captain. We can run or fight if we need to." "Let's hope we won't need to fight," Jake said. He pressed a button on his chair. "All crew, this is the captain. We may be about to meet aliens for the first time. Stay calm and do your jobs." The signals got stronger. Then something appeared on the main screen. It was a huge alien ship. The ship was black and had sharp edges like a knife. It was 3 times bigger than the Discovery. "More ships coming in," Lisa said. Her voice was steady, but Jake could tell she was worried. "5 more ships. They are surrounding us." The alien ships formed a circle around the Discovery. Jake had seen this before in military training. It was a fighting formation. The aliens were ready for war. "Captain, they are sending us a message," said the communications officer, Tony Martinez. Tony was good with languages and computers. "Put it on the main screen," Jake ordered. The screen showed an alien face. The creature had blue skin and 4 eyes. Its mouth was full of sharp teeth. When it spoke, the computer changed its words into English. "I am Ambassador Kethvar of the mighty Zephyrian Empire. You humans have entered our space without permission. This is a crime that must be punished." Jake stepped forward. He tried to look brave, even though his hands were shaking a little. "I am Captain Jake Morrison of Earth. We come in peace. We did not know this was your space. We are explorers, not fighters." Kethvar made a sound like an angry cat. "Peace? We know about humans. You spread like a disease across the galaxy. You take planets that do not belong to you. You make more humans faster than any other race we have seen." "We only settle on empty planets," Jake said. "We don't hurt anyone." "You lie." Kethvar's 4 eyes glowed red. "Your people have taken 12 planets in just 50 years. No race expands that fast unless they plan to conquer others. We have ruled this part of space for 1,000 years. We will not let humans destroy our empire." Dr. Alex Carter whispered to Jake, "Captain, I think they are afraid of us. Their culture might see fast growth as a threat." Kethvar continued talking. "The Zephyrian Empire gives you one choice. All humans must stop building new colonies. You must serve the Zephyrian Empire. If you refuse, we will destroy every human world." Jake felt anger rise in his chest. No one had the right to tell humans where they could live. "We cannot accept that. Humans are free people. We will not serve anyone." "Then you have chosen death," Kethvar said. The screen went black. "Captain, their weapons are charging," Lisa said quickly. "They are going to attack." "Shields up! All hands to battle stations!" Jake shouted. The crew moved fast. Everyone knew their job. The Discovery's shields came online just as the alien ships opened fire. Red beams of energy hit the shields and made them spark and flash. "Shields holding at 60%, Sam called from her station. "Fire back," Jake ordered. The Discovery shot blue energy bolts at the nearest alien ship. The bolts hit, but did not seem to hurt the alien ship much. "Their armor is too strong," Lisa said. "Our weapons are not doing enough damage." More alien fire hit the Discovery. The ship shook hard. Lights went out and came back on. Smoke filled the air. "Shields down to 20%, Sam reported. "If they keep shooting, we are finished." Jake made a hard choice. "Lisa, target their engines, not their armor. Maybe we can stop them from moving." Lisa aimed carefully and fired. The blue bolts hit the engine of one alien ship. The ship stopped moving and started to drift, but there were still 5 alien ships shooting at them. The Discovery could not win this fight. "Captain, they are sending small fighter ships," Tony said. "They want to board us." Jake knew what that meant. The aliens wanted to capture the crew alive. "All security teams, prepare to fight boarders." The alien fighters attached to the Discovery's hull. Jake could hear drilling sounds as they cut through the metal walls. "They are coming through Deck 7, Lisa said. The sound of fighting came through the ship's communication system. Human voices shouted orders. Alien voices made strange noises. Energy weapons fired again and again. "Deck 7 is lost," reported the security chief. "They are moving to Deck 6. Jake looked around his bridge. His crew was still working hard even though they knew they might die. These were good people. They deserved better than this. "Captain," Sam said quietly, "maybe we should surrender. If we keep fighting, they might kill everyone." Jake hated the idea of giving up. But Sam was right. The aliens were too strong. "All hands. This is the captain. Stop fighting and surrender. That is an order." The fighting sounds stopped. Soon, alien soldiers with blue skin and big weapons came onto the bridge. They pointed their guns at Jake and his crew. Kethvar appeared on the screen again. "Your ship is now ours, Captain Morrison. You and your crew are prisoners of the Zephyrian Empire." Jake looked at his crew one last time as free people. He did not know it yet, but this was just the beginning of something much bigger than one lost battle. The news reached Earth 3 days later. An emergency message came through the Deep Space Communication Network. It was from Ambassador Kethvar of the Zephyrian Empire. The message was sent to every human world at the same time. President Mary Johnson sat in the White House Situation Room. She was a strong woman who had led Earth through many hard times. Around the table sat the most important people in human government and military. "Play the message again," Mary said to her aide. The big screen showed Kethvar's blue face and sharp teeth. "People of Earth, your ship Discovery attacked our peaceful fleet. We defended ourselves and captured your aggressive crew. Now we give you one last chance. Stop all expansion into space. Serve the Zephyrian Empire. You have 7 days to surrender, or we will destroy every human world." Admiral Ryan Hayes hit the table with his fist. Ryan was the head of Earth's Space Defense Force. He was an old soldier with gray hair and many scars. "Lies. Jake Morrison would never attack first. I know that man. He is one of our best captains." "It does not matter what really happened," said Dr. Helen Stone. She was a small woman with glasses who ran Earth's most secret projects. "What matters is that they think they can threaten all of humanity." Mary Johnson looked around the room. "What do we know about these Zephyrians?" General Bob Wilson opened a file. Bob was in charge of military intelligence. "Not much, Madam President. Our deep space scouts have heard stories about them. They control 12 star systems. They have over 500 warships. They have been the strongest power in this part of space for 1,000 years. 500 ships, Admiral Hayes said quietly. "We have maybe 100 ships that can fight in deep space. On paper, we are badly outnumbered," Dr. Stone agreed. "But they do not know everything about us." Mary Johnson had been president for 6 years. She had learned to read people well. "Helen, what are you not telling us?" Dr. Stone smiled a little. "We have been preparing for this day since we first left Earth. The Prometheus Protocol has been building defenses they cannot see." Admiral Hayes looked surprised. "What protocol? I run space defense and I have never heard of this." "That was the point," Dr. Stone said. "We could not risk enemies learning about it. Madam President, may I brief the room on classified projects?" Mary nodded. "Do it. We need to know everything." Dr. Stone stood up and pressed buttons on a small device. The lights dimmed and new pictures appeared on the screens. For 20 years, we have been building hidden defense platforms throughout human space. They look like asteroids or space junk. Each one has enough firepower to destroy a battleship. How many? Asked Admiral Hayes. Over 3,000 platforms. The aliens flew right past dozens of them and never knew. General Wilson leaned forward. What else? New weapons that bend the laws of physics. Shields that can stop anything. Ships that are faster than anything ever built. And something else that might surprise our new enemies. Meanwhile, on the colony world New Dakota, Farmer Pete Williams heard the alien message on his radio. Pete was a big man with strong arms from years of hard work. He had moved to New Dakota to grow food for the other colonies. Pete was not a soldier, but he had fought in Earth's last war 20 years ago. He knew how to organize people and how to fight. Martha, gather the neighbors, he told his wife. Martha Williams was a teacher who had come to New Dakota to help start the colony. If these aliens think they can scare us, they picked the wrong people. Within hours, every farmer on New Dakota was ready to fight. They turned their tractors into tanks. They made their crop dusters into bomber planes. Their mining equipment became weapons that could blow up mountains. On Luna Station near Earth, engineer Kate Murphy was working late in the computer center. Kate was young but very smart with computers and electronics. She had been born on Luna and knew every system in the space station. When she heard the alien message, Kate had an idea. If the aliens were using radio to talk, maybe she could listen to their other messages. Kate was very good at breaking codes and hacking into computer systems. She worked all night with her team. By morning, they had found the alien communication frequency. They could hear the Zephyrians talking to each other. This is amazing, Kate told her boss over the phone. They think we are primitives. They're not even hiding their battle plans. Back on the captured Discovery, Captain Jake Morrison was in a prison cell with his crew. The Zephyrian guards thought humans were weak. They did not watch the prisoners very carefully. Sam Brooks had hidden some small tools when the aliens captured them. Sam was good with machines and electronics. She started working on the lock of their cell when the guards were not looking. Dr. Alex Carter was talking to other prisoners. Alex was learning about Zephyrian culture by watching their guards. They are very proud, he whispered to Jake. Pride can be a weakness. How? Jake asked. They think they are perfect warriors. They follow the same battle plans over and over. They do not change or adapt. Humans are different. We change our plans when we need to. Lisa Parker was watching the guards too. Lisa noticed that the Zephyrians always did things the same way. They changed guards at the same time every day. They walked the same paths. They were very predictable. Captain, Lisa whispered, I think we can escape, but we need to be patient and wait for the right time. On Earth, President Johnson called an emergency meeting of all colony worlds. The hologram system let leaders from 50 different planets talk at the same time. Citizens of humanity, President Johnson said, we face the biggest threat in our history, but we will not surrender. We will not serve aliens who attack us without cause. The colony leaders cheered. Even though they were scared, they were also angry. Humans had worked hard to build their worlds. No one would take that away without a fight. Admiral Hayes stood up. All military forces are now on full alert. We are calling up all reserves. Every ship that can fight will be ready in 3 days. Dr. Stone had more surprises. We are also activating the civilian defense network. Every colony has hidden weapons and shields. The aliens will find that conquering humans is much harder than they think. From the farm worlds to the mining colonies to the research stations, humans were getting ready. They were scared, but they were also determined. The Zephyrians had made a big mistake. They thought humans would be easy to defeat. They were about to learn that humans were very different from any enemy they had faced before. When humans were threatened, they did not just fight. They fought together, they never gave up, and they learned from every battle. The 7 days the aliens had given them would not be enough time for humanity to surrender. But it would be enough time for humanity to show these proud aliens what it meant to attack Earth's children. The war was about to begin. and the Zephyrians had no idea what they had started. The first battle happened at the Centauri system. 20 Zephyrian warships came out of hyperspace expecting an easy fight. They had been told that humans were weak and had few ships. Commander Lisa Parker was now free. She had escaped from the alien prison with Captain Morrison and the other crew members. The Zephyrians had made a mistake by keeping human prisoners on their ships. Humans were very good at escaping. Lisa was now commanding the defense of Centauri from the bridge of the new ship USS Defiance. She watched the alien fleet on her screens and smiled. The Zephyrians were flying in their usual formation. They always did the same thing. "All ships, this is Commander Parker. Stay hidden until my signal. Let them think we only have 5 ships." In space around Centauri, only 5 human ships could be seen. The Zephyrians thought this would be very easy. Their ships were bigger and stronger than the human ships. War Chief Tharok commanded the Zephyrian fleet. He was a proud warrior who had won many battles. "Weak humans," he said to his officers. 5 ships against 20. This will be over quickly." The Zephyrian ships moved forward and started shooting. Their red energy beams hit the human ships. But something strange happened. The human ships did not explode. Their shields held strong against the alien weapons. "Impossible," Tharok said. "Our weapons should have destroyed them already." Lisa watched her screens calmly. The Zephyrian ships were now exactly where she wanted them. "All hidden ships, attack now." Suddenly, 30 more human ships appeared from behind asteroids and space stations. They had been hiding with special devices that made them invisible. The Zephyrians were now surrounded. The human ships opened fire, but their weapons were not like anything the aliens had seen before. Blue bolts of energy tore through Zephyrian armor like paper. In minutes, 5 alien ships were destroyed. "Retreat," Tharok ordered. But it was too late. The human ships were faster than expected. Every time a Zephyrian ship tried to run, human ships were already there waiting. By the end of the battle, 18 Zephyrian ships were destroyed. Only 2 escaped. But even that was part of Lisa's plan. She wanted the survivors to go back and tell their leaders what had happened. The news of the defeat shocked the Zephyrian Empire. They had never lost so badly before. War Chief Krentok was sent with 50 ships to destroy the human worlds completely. But the humans were ready for him too. On New Dakota, farmer Pete Williams had turned his entire planet into a fortress. When the alien ships came down to attack, they found that every farm building had hidden weapons. Pete's tractors were now tanks with energy cannons. His crop-dusting planes dropped bombs that could destroy alien fighters. Even the grain silos were really missile launchers in disguise. "Come on, you blue monsters," Pete shouted as he drove his armored tractor into battle. "Let's see how tough you are against Earth farmers." The Zephyrian ground troops had never fought enemies like this before. Human farmers fought like crazy people. They used every tool and machine as a weapon. They never gave up even when their farms were burning. On Luna Station, Kate Murphy was doing even more damage. She had broken into the Zephyrian computer networks completely. Now she could listen to all their military communications. "Admiral Hayes, I can hear everything they are planning," Kate reported over the secure channel. "War Chief Krentok is going to attack the Mars colonies next. He thinks you moved all your ships to defend Earth." Admiral Hayes smiled. Kate had been giving him perfect intelligence for days. The aliens had no idea that humans could hear every word they said. "Thank you, Kate. Our ships are already waiting at Mars." Dr. Alex Carter had made an important discovery about the Zephyrians. After studying captured aliens and watching their behavior, he understood their weakness. "They are too proud to change their methods," Alex explained to the military commanders. "For 1,000 years, they have won battles the same way. Big ships, direct attacks, overwhelming force. They cannot adapt to new situations." "What does that mean for us?" asked General Wilson. "It means we can predict everything they will do. Their culture makes them follow the same patterns over and over, but humans are different. We change and adapt constantly. That is our greatest strength." Captain Jake Morrison was now leading rescue missions to free human prisoners. The Zephyrians had captured people from several human ships, but they did not understand how to guard humans properly. Jake's team broke into the alien prison ship Dreadcore. They moved quietly through the dark corridors. The Zephyrian guards were not expecting an attack on their most secure ship. "Sam, can you shut down their communications?" Jake whispered to his engineer. Sam Brooks was already working on the alien computer system. "Give me 2 minutes, Captain. These alien computers are actually pretty simple." Dr. Linda Ross was one of the prisoners Jake was rescuing. She was a scientist who had been captured when the aliens attacked her research station. Linda had been studying the alien ship from inside her cell. "Captain Morrison," Linda whispered when Jake found her. "I have learned something important about their ships. Their power systems have a weakness. If we overload their main reactor, the whole ship will shut down." "Can you do it?" Jake asked. "Yes, but we need to reach the engine room, and we need to get all the prisoners off the ship first." The rescue mission became a race against time. Jake's team moved through the ship, freeing prisoners and fighting alien guards. Sam worked on the computer systems while Linda prepared to sabotage the engines. When they finally reached the engine room, Linda smiled at the alien technology. "This is going to be easier than I thought. They built their ships to be powerful, not smart. I can make this whole ship dead in space." The sabotage worked perfectly. The Dread Core lost all power and started drifting. When other Zephyrian ships came to help, they found their most secure prison ship captured by the same humans who were supposed to be prisoners. The psychological effect was huge. Zephyrian warriors started to fear humans. Stories spread through their fleet about humans who could escape from any prison, humans who could turn farms into battlefields, and humans who knew their battle plans before they made them. War Chief Krentok tried one more attack. He brought 100 ships to destroy Earth itself. But when his fleet arrived, they found something impossible. Earth was surrounded by thousands of defense platforms that looked like space junk. When the platforms activated, they revealed weapons more powerful than anything on Zephyrian ships. "How many ships do the humans have?" Krentok asked his intelligence officer. "Sir, we count over 500 human ships around Earth, but yesterday our scouts only saw 100 ships total in all human space." "That is impossible. Where did they get so many ships so fast?" The intelligence officer looked scared. "Sir, I think they were hiding most of their fleet. The humans have been planning for this war for a long time." Krentok realized the terrible truth. The Zephyrians had not attacked a weak, primitive race. They had attacked an enemy that was ready for them, an enemy that had been preparing and planning while pretending to be weak. As his fleet retreated from Earth, Krentok sent a message to the Zephyrian High Command. "The humans are not what we thought. They are more dangerous than any enemy we have ever faced. We need to reconsider this war." But it was already too late. Humanity was no longer defending. Now they were attacking. And the Zephyrians were about to learn what it meant when humans decided to go to war. Admiral Ryan Hayes stood in the command center on Earth and watched the big battle map. Red dots showed Zephyrian military bases across 12 star systems. Blue dots showed human fleets moving toward each target. Today would change everything. "Operation Boomerang is ready to begin," reported Colonel Beth Taylor. She was Admiral Hayes' best tactical planner. Beth had studied the Zephyrian Empire for months and knew every weak point in their defenses. "All fleet commanders, this is Admiral Hayes. You have permission to begin the attack. Hit them hard and hit them fast. Show no mercy to those who threatened our families." Across human space, the largest military operation in history began. Human fleets jumped into hyperspace toward 50 different Zephyrian targets. The aliens were about to learn what it felt like to be hunted. At the Zephyrian base on Kron Prime, Base Commander Veltar was drinking victory wine with his officers. They thought the humans were still defending their own worlds. The idea that humans might attack Zephyrian space never occurred to them. "The human cowards hide behind their planet defenses," Veltar laughed. "Soon our reinforcements will arrive and we will crush them completely." That was when 30 human ships appeared in the sky above his base. The ships were sleek and fast, nothing like the clumsy vessels the Zephyrians expected. They moved with perfect coordination, striking the base's shield generators first. "Impossible!" Veltar shouted. "How did they get past our early warning systems?" His communication officer looked terrified. "Sir, I am getting reports from other bases. Humans are attacking everywhere at once. They seem to know exactly where all our installations are. The attack on Kron Prime was over in 20 minutes. The human ships used weapons that could cut through Zephyrian armor like butter. They destroyed every military building but left the civilian areas untouched. It was surgical, precise, and absolutely devastating. Commander Tony Martinez led the attack on the Zephyrian shipyards at Velnash. Tony was one of the best human pilots, known for his quick thinking and aggressive tactics. His squadron of fighters moved like a dance through the alien defenses. "Remember, people," Tony said to his pilots over the radio, "we destroy their ability to make war, but we do not kill civilians. We are better than they are." The Zephyrian defenders tried to stop the human fighters, but it was hopeless. The human ships were too fast and too smart. They seemed to know exactly what the aliens would do before they did it. In just one day, Operation Boomerang destroyed 60% of Zephyrian military power. Bases that had stood for centuries were reduced to smoking ruins. Shipyards that built the mighty Zephyrian fleet were piles of twisted metal. But Admiral Hayes was not finished. The second phase of his plan was even more devastating. "All pursuit fleets, begin Phase 2. Hunt down every Zephyrian ship that tries to escape. I want them to understand that running away will not save them." The Zephyrian fleet tried to retreat to their home systems, but they found human ships waiting for them at every jump point. Dr. Kevin White's new fusion drives made human ships faster than anything the aliens had ever seen. War Chief Krentok commanded the largest group of retreating ships. He had 40 vessels under his command, including some of the most powerful battleships in the Zephyrian fleet. He was sure he could fight his way through any human force. "Humans ahead," reported his sensor officer. "Only 12 ships. We can destroy them easily." "Charge forward," Krentok ordered. "Today we will show these humans the power of Zephyrian warriors." But as his ships moved forward, more human vessels appeared. They came from all directions, surrounding the Zephyrian fleet completely. The humans had used stealth technology to hide most of their force. Captain Jerry Adams commanded the human interceptor fleet. Jerry was a young officer who had learned warfare from studying the first battles against the Zephyrians. He knew exactly how the aliens thought and fought. "Target their engines first," Jerry ordered his fleet. "We want them alive so they can tell others what happened here." The battle was completely one-sided. Human weapons tore through Zephyrian shields and armor with ease. The alien ships that had seemed so powerful just weeks ago were now helpless against human technology. Within an hour, 38 Zephyrian ships were disabled or destroyed. Only Krentok's flagship remained, and it was badly damaged. "Surrender now," Jerry broadcast to the alien ship. "You are beaten. There is no shame in admitting defeat." Krentok looked around his ruined bridge. Half his crew was dead or wounded. His ship's weapons were destroyed. His engines were failing. For the first time in his life, the proud Zephyrian warrior felt fear. Back on Earth, the war effort showed humanity's greatest strength. Everyone was working together, no matter what their job had been before the war. Mike Johnson had been a factory worker before the aliens attacked. Now he was designing improvements to missile guidance systems. His ideas helped human weapons hit their targets with perfect accuracy. The problem with the old missiles was that they were too simple. Mike explained to the weapons engineers, "We need missiles that can think and adapt, just like humans do." Teacher Anna Lee was now running psychological warfare operations. Anna understood how to get inside people's minds and make them think differently. She was broadcasting messages to Zephyrian soldiers that made them doubt their leaders. "We are not your enemies," Anna's messages said in perfect Zephyrian language. "Your leaders started this war by attacking peaceful explorers. We fight only to defend ourselves. Surrender, and you will be treated with honor." The messages were working. Zephyrian soldiers were starting to give up instead of fighting to the death. Some were even switching sides to help the humans. Even human children were helping with the war. Tim Davis was only 15 years old, but he was a genius with computers. Tim created virus programs that could crash Zephyrian computer systems. "Their programming is really old-fashioned," Tim explained to the adult programmers. "They never expected anyone to attack their computers from the inside." Tim's viruses spread through Zephyrian networks like wildfire. Alien ships lost navigation, bases lost communication, supply systems stopped working. The mighty Zephyrian Empire was falling apart from the inside. The aliens tried everything they could think of to stop the human advance. They changed their tactics. They built new weapons. They formed alliances with other alien races. Nothing worked. Every time the Zephyrians tried a new strategy, the humans were ready for it. Every time they thought they had found a safe place to hide, human ships appeared to drive them out. War Chief Tharok, the alien who had commanded the first attack on human space, sent a desperate message to the Zephyrian High Council. "The humans are not like any enemy we have faced before," his message said. "They do not fight like warriors. They fight like a disease that spreads everywhere at once. Every time we kill one human ship, 3 more appear. Every time we think we understand their strategy, they change it. They hunt us like we once hunted weaker races, but they are better at it than we ever were. They never stop. They never give up. They follow us wherever we go. I do not think we can win this war. The humans are too strong, too smart, and too determined. We made a terrible mistake when we attacked them." But the Zephyrian High Council was too proud to listen. They ordered their remaining fleets to make one last stand around their home world. They would rather die as warriors than surrender to humans. They did not understand yet that the humans had already won. The only question now was how many Zephyrian lives would be lost before their leaders accepted the truth. The final battle was coming, and when it was over, the galaxy would know that attacking humans was the worst mistake any race could make. The Zephyrian home system was beautiful. 3 blue planets orbited a yellow star, surrounded by silver space stations and mighty defense platforms. For 1,000 years, this system had been the heart of the greatest empire in this part of the galaxy. War Chief Tharok looked out from his command ship at the last Zephyrian fleet. 200 vessels floated in formation around the home world. These were the survivors from 12 star systems, the remnants of an empire that once seemed unstoppable. "They will come soon," Tharok said to his officers. "The humans have destroyed everything else. Now they come for our heart." His communication officer was a young Zephyrian named Colvin. "War Chief, maybe we should try to negotiate. The humans have offered to talk." Tharok's 4 eyes flashed with anger. "A Zephyrian warrior does not beg for mercy. We will fight until the last ship is destroyed. Death is better than surrender." But deep inside, Tharok was afraid. The humans had done something no enemy had ever done before. They had made the mighty Zephyrian Empire look weak and foolish. Admiral Jake Morrison stood on the bridge of his flagship, the USS Victory. Jake had been promoted after his escape from Zephyrian prison. Now he commanded the largest human fleet ever assembled. Over 1,000 ships waited for his orders. Beside him stood Admiral Lisa Parker, his old tactical officer. Lisa now commanded the 2nd Human Fleet. Together they had planned the final assault on the Zephyrian homeworld. "Jake, we could just blockade the system," Lisa suggested. "Cut off their supplies and wait for them to surrender. We do not need to fight." Jake shook his head. "The Zephyrians are too proud for that. They would rather starve than give up. We need to show them that resistance is hopeless. But we also need to show them that we are not monsters." The human fleet moved slowly into the Zephyrian system. They did not charge forward like attackers. They moved like a force of nature, calm and unstoppable. Dr. Alex Carter was now humanity's chief expert on alien psychology. He had studied the Zephyrians for months and understood exactly how their minds worked. "Admiral Morrison, I recommend we do not attack their home planet directly," Alex advised. "That would make them fight even harder. Instead, we should demonstrate our overwhelming power in a way that appeals to their warrior culture." "What do you suggest?" Jake asked. "Challenge their strongest leader to single combat, but make it a combat between fleets, not individuals. Show them that even their best cannot match us." Jake nodded. Alex had been right about alien psychology many times before. "Open a channel to the Zephyrian fleet." Tharok's image appeared on the screen. The alien war chief looked tired and old. Months of losing battles had worn him down. War Chief Tharok, Jake said respectfully. I am Admiral Morrison. We meet again. Human Admiral, Tharok replied. You have come to destroy our home world. No, Jake said firmly. We have come to end this war. Your people attacked us without cause. You threatened to destroy all human worlds. But we do not want to be conquerors. We want peace. Peace? Tharok laughed bitterly. You have destroyed our empire. You have chased our fleets across the galaxy. What peace can there be between us? The peace that comes when warriors recognize other warriors, Jake answered. Your people are brave fighters. We respect that. But this war must end. Jake paused and looked directly at the alien leader. I offer you a final battle. Your entire fleet against mine. Winner takes all. If you win, we will leave your system. If we win, you surrender completely. Tharok was surprised. He had expected the humans to simply attack and destroy everything. This offer of honorable combat was something he could understand. You would risk your entire fleet on a single battle? Tharok asked. Yes, because we are confident in our strength, and because we want to give your people one last chance to surrender with honor. The alien war chief thought for a long moment. Around him, his officers waited for his decision. Finally, he nodded. Very well, Admiral Morrison. We accept your challenge. May the strongest fleet win. The two fleets moved apart to prepare for battle. The Zephyrians formed their traditional fighting formation, large battleships in the center, smaller ships protecting the flanks. It was the same formation they had used for centuries. The humans formed a very different pattern. Their ships spread out in a loose cloud formation. To the aliens, it looked chaotic and unorganized. The humans do not know how to fight a proper battle, one Zephyrian officer said. Victory will be ours. But War Chief Tharok was not so sure. The humans had surprised them many times before. The battle began when both fleets opened fire at maximum range. Red Zephyrian energy beams crossed space toward the human ships. Blue human bolts fired back. But something strange happened. The human ships did not fight like a normal fleet. They moved independently, each ship following its own path. The Zephyrian formation could not target them properly. Their ships are everywhere, the Zephyrian gunnery officer reported. I cannot get a clear shot. The human fleet moved like a swarm of angry insects. Individual ships darted in to attack, then pulled back before the aliens could respond. The humans never stayed in one place long enough to be hit. Meanwhile, human weapons were finding their targets with deadly accuracy. Zephyrian ships began to explode one by one. Admiral Lisa Parker commanded her ships with perfect precision. Alpha Group, target their command ship. Beta Group, take out their heavy cruisers. Stay mobile and keep them guessing. Dr. Kevin White's new engines made the human ships faster than anything the Zephyrians had ever seen. The aliens could not keep up with ships that could change direction instantly. Within 2 hours, half the Zephyrian fleet was destroyed or disabled. Tharok watched his proud warriors fall one by one. The humans were not just winning, they were winning easily. War Chief, his communication officer said quietly. Perhaps it is time to surrender. Tharok looked around his bridge. His ship was damaged and most of his fleet was gone. The humans could destroy his remaining ships whenever they wanted. Admiral Morrison, Tharok called over the radio. We yield. You have proven that your people are the stronger warriors. The human ship stopped firing immediately. Jake Morrison appeared on Tharok's screen again. War Chief Tharok, you and your people fought bravely. There is no shame in your defeat. Now we must talk about the future. Dr. Alex Carter took over the negotiations. Alex had learned to speak perfect Zephyrian and understood their culture completely. Honored Tharok, Alex said in the alien language. By the ancient laws of your people, defeat in combat means the loser must serve the winner. Is this correct? Tharok nodded slowly. It is our way. We are now your prisoners. No, Alex said gently. You are not prisoners. You are our new allies. Humans do not want slaves. We want friends who can help us explore the galaxy together. This surprised Tharok completely. You would trust us after we attacked you? Warriors can become friends when the fighting is over, Alex explained. But there must be rules. You will help us repair the damage from this war. You will teach us about other alien races, and you will never attack humans again. And if we agree to this, then your people can keep their homeworlds. Your culture will survive. Your children will grow up in peace. Admiral Jake Morrison had one more surprise for the defeated aliens. He ordered his ships to begin helping repair the damaged Zephyrian vessels. Why do you help us? Tharok asked in wonder. Because the war is over, Jake replied. Now we must build something better together. News of humanity's victory spread across the galaxy faster than light. Other alien races heard about the empire that had ruled for 1,000 years being defeated in just 6 months. But they also heard about how the humans treated their defeated enemies. The humans had shown mercy when they could have shown cruelty. They had offered partnership instead of slavery. Within a year, 12 different alien races sent ambassadors to Earth. They all wanted to make peaceful contact with the humans who had proven themselves so powerful in war and so generous in victory. Captain Jake Morrison, now governor of the former Zephyrian territories, sat in his office reading reports from across human space. Every day brought news of new alien civilizations asking for trade agreements and defense pacts. Lisa Parker, now Admiral of the Galactic Defense Force, brought him the latest intelligence report. Jake, we have made contact with the Corvan Republic. They want our protection from something called the Void Hunters. It seems our reputation is spreading. Jake smiled as he looked out at the stars through his office window. Somewhere out there, other alien races were learning an important lesson. Humans could be the best friends or the worst enemies anyone could have. The choice was always up to the aliens themselves. The message was clear throughout the galaxy. Attack humans at your peril, for escape is truly impossible. But offer friendship, and humans would defend you with their lives. The Zephyrian Empire was gone. In its place stood something new and better. An alliance of many races, led by humans who had proven that strength and mercy could exist together. The galaxy would never be the same.